Yeah, we haven't been live.
We haven't been live?
I don't think so.
Why not?
Not sure. There was people waiting to get in. No idea what the fuck happened there.
Whoopsie. Well, we can
Hey, welcome YouTube. You guys missed a little bit. I have no idea why we weren't streaming. It said that we were. I don't know. There's like 8 minutes there that you guys missed.
We could go backwards and not record it.
Ugh.
Or we could not.
Yeah, if you guys want to see what you missed, just
listen to the fucking podcast.
Yeah, listen to the podcast. It's there. Anyway, thanks YouTubers for watching along. Appreciate it.
Mason, if you're one of the YouTubers, you got to listen to the podcast. Big news. Not good news. I should be clear. It's not fucking good news. It's bad news.
Sorry for all that coughing. All right, guys, we're getting into mail time. I'm really upset with myself that we weren't. I don't get it. Anyway.
Who the fuck is that?
Don't worry about it.
Does that always happen?
Yes. It's part of the overlay thing that I use. All right, you ready to do the mail?
Ready to do the mail.
Yeah, we got a lot of mail this week. I think it's the most we've ever gotten.
Record breaker.
So let's start with the first one, huh?
Yeah, we were originally going to do the top 3. I think now we're going to take the top 4.
Yeah, top 4 this week. Top 4.
Okay.
One came in late today, and
it was worth keeping.
Yeah, you can't not. This one had to be in. So this one comes from Pat's friend Dirty. So Patrick's family talks about how he pissed on a girl to get her off when he was like 16 and she was like 14 around Thanksgiving table. Tell me, I thought it was tough working from home with 2 elementary school kids doing distance learning, but you have me beat by having to deal with Pat.
That's fair.
Shit doesn't get easier, I swear. Hopefully he doesn't drip too much sweat on the electronic, just from breathing. Dirty.
It seems like, though Dirty and I have not maintained a very close relationship over the last, we'll call it 6, 7, 8, 9 years, he still remembers me very well.
So I pointed this out to Pat when this email came in. Dirty must not listen often.
There is that.
Because Pat told that story early on, probably like episode 7 or 8.
I discussed Piss Girl.
Yeah. Quite disgusting, both of you.
Tommy actually went upstairs and shuffled off a couple knuckle children just thinking about it.
Kind of, yeah. I like it. All right. Getting on the email too here.
But hey, Dirty, thanks for writing in. We appreciate it.
This one comes in from podcast favorite Dobis. I can remember a squirrel falling down the chimney at my grandparents while we were eating Christmas dinner. The fire was lit at the time. That was quite a commotion.
Can I tell you, when I read this, it popped me big. I laughed out loud. I was at my home table just laughing by myself. That's funny shit. You can picture like the next series of events that took place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people freaking out.
Yeah, everybody saying rabies. Like, there's so many bad things.
So I was a little kid, and probably like 7, 8 maybe. And we have a fireplace here, but we never really used it, right? So my parents one time were like, let's start a fire. It'll be cool. So they start a fire up.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, half hour goes by. All of a sudden, all these bees start flying into the house because there was a nest in the chimney.
That's tough.
And
bees not big fans of smoke.
Not big fans of being woken up during hibernation either, Pat.
Yeah.
It was brutal. So
anybody get stung?
No.
That's crazy.
Nah, we're good. We're stuck.
I read an article. I'm going to say
there were yellow jackets, so I don't think yellow jackets typically, in my experience with them, don't have big nests. There's not a lot.
Okay. I read an article a week or 2 ago about, man, I'm going to flub the ending of this, but a guy lit his fire, and the person who was breaking into his house through the chimney that didn't know that the fire was about to get lit And the guy obviously didn't know there was somebody breaking into his house through the chimney. So the guy in the chimney is now on the phone with 911 trying to get them to get him out of the chimney because he's going to die trying to rob this house. I want to say that guy actually died in the process.
Well, he had it coming.
It was a great story, though. Good read.
Miss Erica Washington jumps into the chat. Hi, guys.
What?
Hi, honey. You're like a whole 12 feet away upstairs.
Erica made some homemade bread today. That shit was boom banging.
Yeah, that was part of what I was scuffing down while I was getting ready for the show here. All right, so we're moving on to email 3. This one comes in from the one and only Griff. So I guess this will depend on definition of a holiday, but this is sorry, it should say story. It would probably be from Election Day 2000, my senior year in high school. I guess you can say I was pretty much a straight edge up to that point in my life, but not this day. For some reason, I got it in my head when I woke up that day I was going to try alcohol for the first time by myself. I got into my dad's liquor and decided to make myself a screwdriver with what I later learned was some of the cheapest vodka out there. So like 3 or 4 in, I was feeling pretty good and decided I was going to run around the neighborhood. Went to my buddy's house and he walked with me for a bit. And every time I saw a mail truck, I would duck behind stuff and hide from Charlie, as I called them. As obviously I thought all mailmen were spies for my father who worked for the post office. After an hour or so, I went home and proceeded to puke all over myself and pass out and scare the shit out of my younger brothers who called my parents, and I'm sure we can all imagine how the rest of the story ended. Sorry it was a bit long, but I wanted meat and potatoes. But you wanted meat and potatoes, Griff. That wasn't Griff. First, I want to say that is nothing compared to our next email.
In length.
Yeah. That's a pretty good story, though.
Fucking solid. You know why it's solid? Because everybody was a kid who had that fucking paranoia that, like, somehow every adult in town knew their parents and they were all connected through this, like, magical miracle network.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, if you didn't tie your shoes before you crossed the road, somebody would call your parents and say something. Yeah, I can see it all day. I love that he called them Charlie. Apparently, Griff is having Vietnam flashbacks from before he was born, which is fantastic.
Focus Squirrel popped in the chat and said, I wish you guys would be on time for once.
We technically were on time. Your brother...
Yeah, so Tim, we had a little technical mess up here. I don't know how we didn't go live when I thought we did, but we started streaming about 8 minutes into the podcast.
Yeah, that's why you didn't get an intro and some random banter.
Yeah.
The blast from the last cast.
Might be. There it is. Whew, lost my mouse. It happens. So we're going to get into our last email here. And this one comes in from Dizzy Whizzle.
Let's see. Okay, fuckers. Let me first start off by saying that I have such admiration for Pat's brothers. For both of them. To overcome the demons that controlled them. I admire their determination to be better than average men. One goes off to the military, in my opinion, the most selfless act that we can do. Then the other picks himself up in the lowest point a person can be at to become a frontline medical worker. Not sure of his true title. Hold on, let me get to the end of this paragraph. Just wow. I mean, wow. My hat's off to both of you. I truly appreciate both of you for all the hard work that you have put in. I can only speak for myself, but I'm sure many, many people are just as proud of you as I am. Thank you. So, Dip Dizzy Whizzle, Go ahead.
First off, I want to say that I'm 100% with Dip Dizzy Whizzle. I am 100% proud of Steven, and I'm 100% proud of Michael and appreciate their sacrifice that they give to us, the American people. However, Pat?
I think you guys are also 100% proud of Tony. See, Steven never had a battle with drugs and alcohol. Michael and Tony did. So what happened, Dip Dizzy Whizzle, is you took 3 separate podcasts, 3 of my brothers on 3 podcasts in a row, and you combined them into 2. So you're thinking Stephen in the military, which is not one of the ones who dealt with some demons. And then Michael and Tony, who Tony is a single father and probably the world's greatest one. And Michael, who is a frontline badass. And you've kind of just mixed the three up. The sentiment is not lost on the mix-up. The three of them deserve all of our admiration because they're three pretty incredible dudes.
We just wanted to point out that you're dumb.
That's so aggressive. He was just being nice. For the body of the email here. Now, on to holiday memories. I have to say my favorite was always 4th of July. The reason being, when I was a boy, let's say between the ages of 5 to 11, we always went to my uncle's house in Columbia, Connecticut, just the other side of Willimantic for those curious. This uncle lived about a mile off any main road, out in the woods in a log cabin. It was awesome. We would have a bottle rocket war. Both my uncles spent thousands of dollars on fireworks, mainly bottle rockets. The uncle that lived in Columbia had stone walls at his cabin. Within those stone walls, he purposely built in pipes as for launchers of said bottle rockets. One year, we had so many fireworks and such a big display amidst of the bottle rocket war. Yes, we were shooting at each other. The neighbor who lives 3/4 of a mile away came over to say that we lit his roof on fire from the amount of fireworks that we launched into the air and at each other. It was some of the best memories I have with my family. No one ever really got hurt. We all did it as a family, and it was chaos in a loving way. I do have a question for Pat. As most of us know, you have a very strong line in the sand about racism. You absolutely hate it. With the way you grew up and what you experienced throughout your life, do you remember a defining moment that you remember saying that you will never be like that everyone is equal? No, there's not a defining moment because you see so much of it when you're young. And it depends on where you're from, I suppose. But we came from a place that was very, very mixed. Virginia Beach is a melting pot of all different ethnicities and colors and shapes and sizes. And we moved to Thomaston, which is it's got to be over 90% white. And there were some very drastic differences. I mean, we could tell how ugly racism could be, but it was in a place where, like, the people of Thomaston felt immune from punishment for racism because nobody was affected by the racism. So it was white people against black people that weren't there to begin with. So no, I mean, that didn't have like a dramatic impact. It was little things. It's constantly seeing ugly, constantly seeing, the older generation would be the biggest impact. The older generation, I'm not going to single anybody out, but the older generation, the old, that's just because they're from that generation and that's how they were raised. Yeah, that's not cool. I don't care how you were raised. People change, and you got to change with the times. With the older generation, when gay became I don't hear a lot of the older generation just straight bashing gays at this point, but they do remain racist. Do you hear a lot of gay bashing from older people?
I'm not gonna lie to you, Pat. I don't hear a lot of bashing with a lot of people.
Okay, so yeah, but no, to answer your question, there's not a specific memory. I would say there are certainly some movies that really fucked me up as a kid. Malcolm X with Denzel Washington. The Hurricane with Denzel Washington. Mississippi Burning. Mandingo.
Roots.
There were a couple. I mean, there were shows like I can't think of. Eddie from Family Matters deals with racism, and that was a show that my family watched together. Will Smith dealt with it on Fresh Prince. Those episodes of those shows did a very good job portraying the hurt that racism causes and the senselessness of it. And I think those are, they were important to me anyways in my development. There you go.
All right, Pat. Dip, thanks for the question.
Yeah.
Thanks for the feedback on the holiday stories. Appreciate it. Those are probably 4 of the greatest stories I've heard.
That was exactly what we were hoping to hear from that question.
Yeah, and out of all the emails, I want you guys to know that you guys were the 4 we picked. We got so much feedback that we had.
You guys topped the charts.
We could have done a whole hour just on feedback from this, so I appreciate it.
Everybody else, next time, maybe be a little more creative. Maybe tell a better story.
Yeah, and maybe you can make the cut.
Tommy, did you just pause us on the podcast?
Yeah, I was gonna cut us out of mail time.
Are we gonna do the rest of mail time?
Oh,
I just wanted to, I guess we don't have to. I just wanted to cover the newsletter.
oh, might be. So if you're not watching or listening to the show regularly, we've been sending out a new newsletter. We send out. We were going to do it every episode. It looks like we're probably going to do it once a week. So you'll get 2 episodes. You'll get the recaps for them, and then we're going to add in our question of the week. Pat actually came up with a good idea that we can insert. Since the only way that you can see the album art that we create is if you listen to it on Spotify or if you're downloading it right on a computer on iTunes, or if you're going to the website that it's uploaded off of. So I think we're going to include the album art in this as well. So if you want to, we would really appreciate if you went to our website, number9podcast.com, went to the bottom of the home screen, and there's a little subscribe button there. Type in your email. It'll send you a link to your email just to confirm it, and then you'll be on the mailing list. I think we're up to over 20 now.
Yeah.
And at 100, Pat gets fucked up with a staple gun.
I don't like the word gun at the end of that, but here we go.
Pat gets fucked up with a gun. 9mm.
Alrighty. Is there a chance, Tommy, that we could put the highlights into the newsletter? You make these brilliant highlight clips, right?
No, I can't put. I don't think I can put videos in there.
Could you put the link to Facebook? Because you post them on Facebook.
I haven't posted them yet. Actually, I've only posted a couple. I could put the links to YouTube in there. Yeah.
Okay. Just something, if you guys missed the episode or don't have time to see the episode, you could catch the highlights.
Yeah, and check out if you haven't watched us on YouTube yet. I'll give you a little insight to what it looks like, what we're doing. I think it's a good time.
Let down the fourth wall, show you guys how it works.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add for mail time, Pat?
No, I'm good.
No, I'm stopping us the third time. Tim says the stream quality looks extremely better.
No, that's good. Thanks, Tim.
I think so too.
I worked hard on it.
Yeah, I think we have an intro for Karens.
Oh boy. What's that?
I thought we had an intro for Karens.
I don't know.
Oh, you know what I think it was? I think I recorded the audio of that lady.
So I was talking to the big man out in the service area at work on the right side of the alley there. Okay, you know what I'm talking about? We'll call him, I don't know. Call him Shrek.
Okay.
Motherfucker, that you got though. Okay. So I'm talking to him and he's asking me about Emily. I give him a couple stories that I wouldn't tell on the podcast, right? Stories that I just wouldn't air that type of detail. But what's the harm in telling this guy? He doesn't know anybody I know. I don't know anybody he knows.
Suicide?
No. Talking about the guy who eats all the apples. He eats apples all day, every day. He looks like a Shrek. Really?
No fucking clue what you're talking about.
He works in the same department as Suicide.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So,
I don't see.
What are the odds that... What? No. In the garage.
Oh, that dumb. Oh, yeah. Okay, I got you.
So
when you said Shrek, I thought you meant the fucking cabbage.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
No, so I'm telling him things that it's okay to tell him because we're strangers. You know what I mean? So he's like, man, I got to see this girl. I'm like, oh, I'm glad to show you a picture. She's beautiful. I pull up a picture of Emily. I show him, and he's like, hey, what's her last name? So I tell him her last name, and he's like, I fight fires with her brother. I'm like, motherfucker, dude.
Awesome.
So he knows her personally. So I fucking tell her as like a warning, like, listen, this happened. And she knew exactly what I was talking about. I didn't even say his name. She was like, I forgot he worked there. I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, he's a dumb motherfucker. It's amazing he still has a job.
It's all bad. It's all bad.
All right. So for the people watching on YouTube, this is we used to do where we did a Karen segment once, and some people wanted us to bring it back. So I found a fucking Karen video yesterday that's about to blow your fucking socks off.
Are you not? Why are you not recording the podcast?
I'm gonna start recording right now. I was letting YouTube know what was up.
All right.
They spend the time to come watch us live.
All right. No, I'm good.
Jesus. Where's your fucking outline, bub?
Right here.
Pat, now that mail time's over, I want to remind everybody where you guys can find us on social media platforms.
Please do.
You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all at Number 9 with Tommy Podcast. Or on Twitter at Number 9 Pod. And of course, you can go to our website, number9podcast.com. At the bottom of the podcast page, there's a little donate button there if you want to donate to help promote the show or help us keep moving forward with the stuff we're doing.
That's at the bottom center, right? What's at the bottom left?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You can join the newsletter.
They're both at the bottom. They're both right in the center of the page at the bottom. The donate's above the subscribe. The subscribe's below the donate.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Left, right, center.
Left, right, center. Everything's in the center, though.
All right. Moving forward here. Thanks for interrupting me, Pat.
So Tommy did some homework. He found a couple. And when I say a couple, we chose this clip of this Karen, but there were so many good ones coming. They were so Karen-esque that I did not enjoy watching them. I was fucking annoyed watching them.
This one's brutal. So I hope the audio and everything comes through all right. But it's quite funny. So I'm going to set the scene for the people listening. People watching, we're going to show the video. It's a lady at a McDonald's, it looks like. And there's a line of customers to the drive-thru, and everybody's been there, right? Where you order your food at McDonald's and they tell you to pull forward and they'll bring it out to you. So they have a couple cars parked there, and this lady is, I believe, scared to go around.
That's correct. She feels uncomfortable going around this vehicle. Now, at some point in this video, just so we're clear, they show not just a lane worthy of a vehicle passing through. There is enough room to sneak a tractor trailer by.
Yeah.
So this woman, well, I mean, you'll hear for yourself. She's just being unreasonable. She's being a fucking Karen.
All right, so here we go. Pat, by the way, we want to do this.
Around my car, I'm going to hand you. I will hand you because you're not letting me out. That's unsafe. So you're not letting me out. I feel unsafe. I will ram your car.
I will
So you can either, one, move the out of the way, or I'm going to feel unsafe and I'm going to ram your car.
Right now, you're being the aggressor.
Matt, I'm letting you
need to
know.
stop harassing our customer.
Hey,
I feel do
go
not.
back in
I
your
don't
car.
feel it. I don't feel. I don't
can
feel
go around.
safe.
Don't harass them. They're not doing
I don't feel
anything to
safe
you.
to go around.
They're parked for a reason.
I'm letting
If I
you
report-
know.
I'm calling the cops.
Have you been
Good.
drinking?
She's all fucked
No,
up.
I have not.
You certainly sound like you're
So I'm
drunk.
letting you
I'm
know.
calling the cops.
Good.
Don't harass them.
Call the cops.
They're not doing anything
I
to
don't
you. You
feel
can go around.
safe.
Why? Because
And
you're
I'm not
You're
going
drugged out.
around.
Leave them alone.
I'm
They're
not
not doing
going
anything
around.
to you. I parked them for a
I'm
reason.
letting you know
Okay?
that I don't feel safe to go around.
Get out my
That
face.
Stop! Stop it right now!
Touch me.
Touch me. I will
No.
not ignore with you.
You had her finger.
Right,
You had her finger right here. What do you expect her to do? No. Oh, this is great.
I got your license number. I work at DMV. You're gonna get in a whole
Oh,
lot of
I
trouble.
am.
Yeah,
You
you
think
are.
I
You
am.
Put your hands on
Go
that
for
lady.
it.
I do work
Go
there.
for it.
Are you
Go
sick or something?
for
Is
it.
something wrong with
One
you?
thing, I'm sober, which is great.
I hope so.
They come when they're blocking my way out of here. You told them I could not get out of here without them going. So this is going to be amazing. Amazing.
She looks like she's drugged out or got drunk or something. She looks like she's like in her mid-30s. I'm sorry?
I got a whole bunch of it on film.
She's thin.
I don't think there's
Can you
any
get the next
audio left, really.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Let me start off by saying that this woman has some type of university hoodie on, which is great because, you know, if you feel like you should go to college, I think you should get an education. She's got that covered up with a button-up flannel, proving that it was actually one of her children that went to college, not because they wanted an education. They just wanted to get the fuck out of that house as soon as possible.
Yeah, she
This woman did two things that very clearly detail how, like, the level of drunk that she is. One is the very, like, I'll call it Arabian hand wave, you know, where it, like, starts high and does, like, a swivel on the way down. Very drunk move. And the second is when she said, first off, I'm sober, so that's great. if you're
That was by
claiming
far the-
sobriety, you're hammered.
yeah.
I hope that woman blew all four tires on her way home. It was extremely inconvenienced.
I just want to throw this other phobic chimed in the chat and said, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I double that sentiment.
There was a runner up to this, which I wish I like. Here's the thing with watching these videos is you never get to see the whole thing, right? So this lady was obviously crazy, but you don't get to see how it ends, right? Like that's the worst part of them. So
yeah,
that
like,
one,
did she drive away or did she ram the car?
yeah, or did the cop show? Like what happened next? You know, so. What I want to know in the other video we watched with the hillbillies there,
Yeah.
I want to see what happened there. Did the sheriff show up? So you guys can go over to that. If you guys caught it in the stream, we probably should have said it on the podcast here. But I found it on YouTube. Just searched up Karens, and there's like this. I think it's Freak Out of the Week or something like that. They do whole Karen segments. So you can watch those. They're pretty funny. As long as you're not easily bothered, like Pat. Like I have no control over other people, so the way they act towards others, whatever.
This is what bothers me. Like deep down in my soul,
That
this
there's
is
people
what
like
bothers me.
that.
No. It's that I know for a fucking fact that woman didn't regret it the next day. She woke up and was like, I'm not going there anymore because they were fucking assholes to me.
Yeah,
And she will believe that till the day she dies. She'll take that fucking ignorant, moronic belief to the grave.
or it was like the guy at the Subway video we watched.
Oh my god.
That guy was
People
like-
like that drive me fucking banana.
Banana.
That's what Gorilla Monsoon used to say.
That's part of the 24 slang words.
Is it?
I don't think so.
You know, I took some out so you didn't have to go through the whole article.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I highlighted a bunch. Those right there.
Oh, but now I'm gonna have to find them in the.
No, I put the definitions and everything.
Oh, all right.
God, Pat, you did so much work. I know, Tom. Oh, I did come up with a. You can see I came up with an
see that.
intro.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. It's gonna be a good one. All right, so we've been teasing this for a few episodes, and not that we wanted to, but
Fate has led us to this point.
yeah, like we just said, like Michael came on the show on Sunday. Thursday was Thanksgiving.
Tony told us a story. It's just been touched on over and over.
So we got an article here, and maybe we can touch on it through a few shows.
Yeah.
To fully get the whole thing. So shit my kid says. All right, so I'm not gonna go through your list, Pat, real quick. I sat down real quick last night and thought of a few things.
That's beautiful. So the specifics that your kid directly says.
So, you got one on here.
All right.
All right, so we'll save that one for this. The kid says epic every other word. I came
Epic.
home from work today, and I was late from work, so I take off my boots and stuff, and I go over and how was your day at school? Epic. But like,
Listen,
You're an
you
asshole.
remember the epic days. The epic days live with you. guaranteed if you ask him next week what happened on Wednesday, it was not an epic memory.
No.
Nothing
Magic.
epic is going on during fucking distance learning.
Another thing that he says all the time, Pat, imagine. He's too fucking lazy to say imagine.
Imagine?
Imagine.
Okay.
Like, imagine. And then him and his buddy go, Imagine Dragons. Because of the band. So these two idiots, I had to listen to that. I don't even know what it means. I think it's when like somebody said something and they're like, they'll say imagine. So like say I went to the store today.
Yeah.
And they're like, imagine like you're an asshole for going to the store. Like that's that's the context in which they say
it. There was a period of time where I remember this when he had first moved in, he would say imagine if, and it would be like, you know, if you did something poorly in a video game, he'd be like, man, imagine if I sucked as bad as you.
Yeah.
That shit was funny to me. So the thing with these slang words, if I can see where they come from, like if I can get the origin out of what's happening, perfectly fine with it. Like us using fat in the 90s. Fat was PHAT, pretty hot and tempting. Got it.
So Tim just chimed in the chat and said, imagine is coined by CDN the third. Yeet yeet. He didn't say the yeet yeet, but I know that comes
from CDN.
He's a streamer.
Oh.
He's a streamer on Twitch.
Okay.
Tim watches him. He's from New Jersey.
Oh, okay. Well, the most talentless hacks I can think of would be from New Jersey. If you can give me
That's awfully rude.
If you can give me 5 seconds, I'll run through the top 10 best things about New Jersey. Ready? All right, and that sums it up. What's the next one?
Well, you got this one in here too. So we'll start with the tops. A reference guide to Gen Z in the
Idiocracy.
In the Idiocracy, they spew extra, dramatic, and over the top.
Extra, I'm fine with. Extra does not bother me because I get it when let's just say a girl's freaking out because there's a bug, or your son is freaking out because there's a bug, and their behavior is extra dramatic. They're being extra. I'm good with that. I'm cool with extra.
I guess. What's yours, Pat?
Snatched. Okay. Now, here's the tricky one. Like with extra, the word has an actual definition. So if you want to add to it, I'm fine with that. If you want to change it, I am not. Snatched is the opposite of how I feel about extra. So snatched is the process of supporting an insult against someone who lost an argument. For example, so I said, by the way, pineapple does belong on pizza. I don't know how people as moronic as you are even still alive. Ooh, snatched. That makes no sense. What have you snatched? Have you snatched their pride? Have you snatched the argument, like the win? I don't get what you're snatching.
I've never heard of anybody ever using that.
It's a thing, man.
All right. Next one. Big yikes, big brain. That's when it counts. Big brain. Users show some extra scary or embarrassing, used sarcastically to show an actual lack of appreciation for a rational point made. Yeah. If my son ever says big brain to me again, I'm going to punch him right in the face because it's disrespectful.
You're going to punch him in the brain and it's going to swell. And you'll say, you got what you asked for. You got a big brain.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like, you know, if a kid gets a question wrong in school and the teacher corrects them and explains the logic behind what the child did wrong, the child's response to that, very disrespectfully so, is big brain.
Yeah.
That makes me want to pull toenails and fingernails off of their body with pliers.
Yeah. Super, super disrespectful.
This one, which bothers me to my core, is cap or no cap. So cap is to lie. No cap is to tell the truth. So if I said, let's see, Tom, your wife's an amazing cook. No cap. means like I'm telling you the truth. She really is an amazing cook. But if I said, yeah, your wife sucks at cooking, you could be like, all caps on that, bro. All caps.
Yeah.
Which makes no like, don't cap on me, bro.
Yeah.
That makes
No cap.
so little sense.
Stop capping, B.
If it was getting loud, if I raised my voice in the context of a conversation with you, and you said, yo, don't be capping, I would totally get it. Like, all caps is how you yell at somebody in text or in email. That I would understand. You want to use slang? Use slang that makes sense. Unless somebody can explain to me what snatched, big yikes. I guess big yikes and big brain kind of make sense. They're still annoying. But cap, no cap, and snatch. I need an actual explanation of where they come.
So
This motherfucker.
So C's.
C's?
That's CDM, bro. C's.
Okay.
And Tim wants to know if we're taking these from the Urban Dictionary. I assume most of these came from the Urban Dictionary.
At least one of them, because I remember seeing Urban Dictionary. So at least one of them was sourced from Urban Dictionary. Dude, boomers trying to use slang terms is super cringe. Again, cringe, I'm okay with, because it's just short for cringeworthy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good with that. No cap on a stack? What the fuck does that mean? I mean, does that mean a pile of logs isn't wearing a baseball cap? I have no clue what that means.
No cap on a stack, bro. Stop capping.
It's very confusing.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Like so we had a discussion with my son the other night about this, and like, low key. I understand what low key means.
I'm good with low key.
Yeah.
I'm good with high key.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I get what those mean.
Yeah.
And they make sense. Like, I'm okay with it. Yeah, the next time he says big brain to me, though, I'm going to punch him right in the fucking face. Anyway, so those are shit that my kids say. I'd love to hear what your kids are saying, if you could send them in.
Please let us know. Here's the thing. You can't just send us the fucking term, because it's like giving a 1,000-piece puzzle to a blind person. We need the definition.
Yeah, make it like and then
use it in context.
Yeah, use it like, I want the sentence that they use in complete sentences, because this shit is out of control.
Yeah, like, if your word is sniggles, right? I don't think sniggles is a word, but if your word is sniggles, you have to be like, sniggles. What sniggles means is like something really raunchy. Then you're like, I was washing my balls in the shower the other day because it was all sniggles before I got in. You have to explain what sniggles means.
Tim says big brain is not an insult, but according to here in the thing that we got, it's to show an actual lack of appreciation for a rational point made. So in that context, it is.
I'm sure it could be used complimentary as well. Like, if you're
used sarcastically.
Yeah, if you're watching two people debate and somebody makes a good point, you'd be like, big brain. But I don't think that that's how these kids are using that term.
No, I think they're using it as an insult to say you're fucking stupid. And
better question, phobic squirrel. How the fuck are you so versed in this terminology? Like,
he has two stepkids, dude.
How old are they?
11 and 13.
Yeah, no, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, they're right.
All right.
My son's in the middle of them.
If I'm looking for a credible source, phobic squirrel's as good as any.
Tim said, what, the article I got?
There's an article. There was a bunch of links off the article, so good luck, because I was jumping all around the internet.
Yeah.
I think he agrees. Oh. He said, I'm hip. You want to know how I know you're not hip? The same way I know that Karen was drunk. If you have to tell me you're hip, you ain't hip. If you have to tell me you're sober, you ain't sober.
Let's see. Let's see if I can pull up.
Did you just fart?
Yeah. Shit happens.
Damn, dog, live on the air, just ripping them.
No, my phone vibrated, you idiot.
Oh.
I had to turn it.
When did you stop recording the podcast?
Just now, because I want to send Tim the article.
Oh. You could have told me to. I'm in the mail.
It's right here. Oh, it's from Business Insiders.
Yeah, but they're citing other sources.
Tim, I put the link in the chat for that thing that we got.
You can see that. How come you're yellow?
Because I'm the host.
Just saying, we could have picked baby blue. How do you do, fellow kids?
I can see Tim doing that.
Yeah.
That's what's so funny about it. How do you do, fellow kids? All right. So moving forward, we're going to do NFL. It's been a messed up week because of this Baltimore-Pittsburgh game. But they played today, Pat. Did you happen to see the score of that game?
I did not.
I did. We'll get to it. So we're going to start with the Thanksgiving Day games. We had the Texans at the Lions. So, Pat, this is something we're going to start this week, right? Because I always fill out my sports thing, our picks.
Yeah,
before
Tim,
we do the
Big
podcast.
Brain isn't mentioned in there. Again, I was jumping from article to article. Basically, I was skipping ones that are commonplace. Like one of them was fire. I didn't include fire because I didn't feel it relevant to go over. I shouldn't say that. It's totally relevant. I didn't feel like there was any point.
That's for our previous thing. We could have gone that off there. Thanks for messing up NFL time.
Oh, I didn't know you went back to recording. My bad.
Why we're doing NFL things for the podcast?
Well, for the people listening to the podcast, that was directed to the live crowd. That was directed to the live crowd. That was the part. This is what happens when you don't watch live. You miss big segments and funny shit.
Yeah, big brain.
Big brain.
So anyway, Pat, this is what we're gonna start doing. Which, by the way, we can't make our picks. So
I know.
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to this whole thing. But anyway, so we had the Texans at the Lions. I picked the Texans. They won.
Yeah, I got that one.
Actually, yeah. Now, do you remember what I picked for the Washington at the Cowboys?
I can pull it up.
Oh, do you remember what I said on the podcast, Pat?
No.
I said I was hammering Washington. Well, my dumb ass picked the Cowboys in our league. And Washington won 41-16. Did you watch any of that game?
No, I did not watch the butthole stomping. Actually, when are we talking about? Was that
Did you see the fake
Thanksgiving
punt?
Day?
Yeah.
I think I did watch that game.
Did you watch the fake punt that Dallas tried in their own 25?
No,
It was the worst play in history.
I did not.
You should watch the Pat McAfee clips on it. He's ranting and raving about it. He's very upset with the Cowboys. Raiders at the Falcons. I don't know what the fuck happened to the Raiders. Tim, you got anything on this, dude? 6-43. What the fuck? And I had the Raiders in that one too. I said no brainer Raiders. Chargers at the Bills. Bills won that one 27-17. I called it. Giants at the Bengals. 19-17 Giants.
I definitely took the Bills. Where's the Giants game? Oh, I took the Bengals.
Yeah, stupid. It was a pretty rough play. Which one was the rough play? The boy.
The punt. The fake punt.
Yeah, it was bad. It was fucking bad. Titans at the Colts. I'm really upset with this one, man. I picked the Colts there. Titans won 45-26. Too bad for my Colts.
I definitely picked the Titans.
Browns at the Jags. Browns won that one 27-25. That was pretty close, huh?
Yeah.
Panthers at the Vikings. Vikings won that one by a point, 27-28. Cardinals at the Patriots. I think this was an upset. 17-20, the Patriots.
Yeah, I took the Cardinals in that one.
Dolphins at the Jets. Dolphins won that one 20-3.
I took the Dolphins on that one. Did you really take the Jets? I know you said you were gonna.
No. Hell no. Why the hell would I take the Jets?
I don't know.
Saints at the Broncos, 31-3. Saints. I
took the Saints.
When the Broncos have to sign somebody off of a high school PV football team to play quarterback because they lost all 4 of their starters.
I absolutely appreciate, though, that this guy, I can't think of his name right now, homeboy that started at quarterback. He was on their practice squad as a wide receiver.
Yep.
The amount of support that guy got after losing a game 31-3, before losing a game 31-3, so many people were in that guy's corner. So many people were so supportive. Awesome to see. Because who doesn't want to be in those shoes? That's a dream come true. I don't give a fuck how bad you lose. I don't give a fuck if he doesn't play next week.
Yeah, he
played starting quarterback in the NFL. At some point, a movie will probably be made about that.
Yeah. 49ers at the Rams. 49ers won that one, baby. 23-20. Too bad I picked the Rams. I took the Rams too, but I'm happy they won. Niners, man, they're only they could still make some noise, man. If they win out, like if they like, let's be realistic. If they win out, they're 10-6. They could possibly get a playoff. The NFC is not that stacked. Chiefs at the Bucks. Chiefs won that one 27-24. A lot closer than I would have imagined.
I took the Chiefs.
Yeah, I took the Chiefs too. Bears at the Packers. I took the Packers. That was a blowout.
I did too.
Seahawks at the Eagles. That was a lot closer than I thought. You know, the Eagles or the Seahawks were 6.5 point favorites, and they didn't cover the spread in that game.
They did not.
Won by 6 points. That sucks, huh? And then today's game, Wednesday, Ravens at the Steelers. Ravens took the L. 14-19 Steelers.
I got that one.
Steelers are now, I think this is not updated. They should be 11-0.
I agree.
So moving forward to next week, I should probably write these down so I pick them the right way.
Yeah, I can't even see the games for next week yet.
I think I think they moved this Thursday's game too, possibly. I'm not sure. Or they put a whole bunch of games on Monday. They got games on Tuesday next week.
I'm sure that the Ravens Steelers fucked everything up scheduling wise.
Yeah. Ooh, Niners are playing Monday night. Nice. All right, so
I'm sorry, you enjoy Monday night games?
Well, I know it's going to be on TV.
Well, that's true. Okay.
It doesn't matter though. I watch any game.
I hate that game.
So Tim chimed in on his Raiders. He said 2019 and rewind. We lost to the Jets last season with the same record. Went into an easy win with 6-4 record and got whooped. And got whooped. Yeah, hopefully, because they're sitting outside the playoff race right now. It looks like so they gotta win some. The problem with the AFC is it's stacked, right? It's either you're really good in the AFC or you suck.
Yeah.
So there's like not a lot of like, well, I guess, or there's a lot of mid-pack teams. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of them. Like they're all decent teams. You got the Colts. You got the Titans, the Raiders.
A lot of good football teams.
Yeah, even the Ravens. The Patriots are sneaking back up in there. They might make a run here.
Yeah, don't cash out on Belichick ever. I mean, not just yet, just ever.
The Bills, the Dolphins. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of teams that could make the playoffs. All right, so starting Sunday, we got the Saints at the Falcons. I'm gonna take the Saints. Pat, what do you think?
Yeah, the Falcons are on. I'm taking the Saints. I will not be shocked to see the Falcons win.
Yeah, Tim says, yeah, just barely. We have to nut up and win. Yeah, fuck yeah, Raider Nation, baby, let's go. Las Vegas. Lions at the Bears. I'm taking the Bears. Oh, although I think every team that fired their head coach this season won the following week, and the Lions fired their GM and the head coach.
I actually might take the Lions because the Bears came out fucking firing and have been shit.
Yeah,
I might take the Lions.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, didn't they put back in? They put in Teddy Bruschi, didn't they?
I'm not sure.
Or not Teddy.
That name does not sound like something.
No.
Bridgewater?
No, Mitch Trubisky.
Not a clue.
He was the starting quarterback for the Bears. They signed Nick Folk in the offseason, and they played Trubisky the first 3 or 4 weeks, and I put in Folk, and he's been playing.
Yeah.
Big Duke Newt. Colts at the Texans. I'm taking the Colts.
Yep.
Bengals at the Dolphins. I'm taking the Dolphins.
Oh, I'm going to take the Dolphins.
Yeah, Trubisky. I don't know why I can't pronounce it. I'm retarded. You're going to take who?
The Dolphins.
Yeah, I don't know why you have such a hang up with Burrow is out, bro.
Yeah, Bengals are looking for a 1 or 2 seed this year.
Yeah.
In the draft, not in the playoffs.
Jaguars at the Vikings. I'm taking the Vikings.
Vikings all day.
Raiders at the Jets. Taking the Raiders.
Ooh, I'm gonna take the Raiders. Don't let me down.
Browns at the Titans. Now this is actually probably gonna be a good game. I'm gonna take the Titans.
I'm gonna take the Titans so that Henry can repeatedly fuck me some more.
You like that braided hair coming at you, huh?
That's a big motherfucker, dude.
He's huge.
I actually just started a franchise in Madden today and took the Titans because I wanted Henry.
What year? Oh, you got the EA thing, so
Yeah, EA Play.
yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the Titans in that one. Although
It doesn't
every
matter.
time I pick
you should
against
take the
them,
Browns, because if I take the Titans, they're not going to win.
I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do there yet. Rams at the Cardinals. I'm gonna pick.
They're both coming off L's.
They're both
right?
coming off L's. It's interdivision. They're six. The Rams are 6-0 versus Arizona in the Sean McVay era. So since 2017.
I'm going to take the Rams.
Yeah, I think you have to take the Rams. Just because they're more experienced, right? You know, they've done some. They made it to a Super Bowl. They're more experienced.
Yeah.
Giants at the Seahawks. I'm taking the Seahawks.
Seahawks.
The Eagles at the Packers. I'm taking the Packers. Patriots at the Chargers. I'm going to take the Patriots. Broncos at the Chiefs. I'm taking the Chiefs.
All day.
Monday night, we got Bills at the Niners.
Bills.
Yeah, I think you got to go with the Bills here. I love the Niners, man, but here's a fun little stat. Buffalo's lost 4 straight games on Monday night.
I'm finding myself a growing Bills fan. I said this a few years back, and it continues. I don't have a team, but between, the Texans, Titans, and Bills, I like a lot of those guys.
All AFC teams. Good for you. Yeah, I think you have to take the Bills there. I mean, the Niners looked okay last week, but it was an interdivision game, so it's just hard. But I don't know. The Niners' run game is picking up. Sherman's back in the defense. I hope the Niners win. I don't know what I'm going to do with that game yet. Football team at the Steelers. As much as I would love to say, I would love to see Washington win that game to really put themselves in first place in the NFC East, because that's who I'm rooting for to come out of there. But they're playing the Steelers, so I think you have to pick the Steelers. That's going to be Monday afternoon at 5.
I morally have to pick the Steelers because I refuse to pick the AFC East unless they're playing against the AFC East.
It's the NFC East, but
NFC East, whatever. You know what I mean.
You're fucking burnt. Cowboys at the Ravens. What are you going to pick for this one, Pat?
Same rule.
Really?
Rule applies.
I think I'm going with the Cowboys. And that's going to be next Tuesday, December 8th.
I got to tell you, I like this whole, we're going to play football 5-6 days a week. Let's keep this up.
Yeah, I like it. There's only 2 teams on a bye this week, which must be because of the whole, I don't know. Last week got all messed up, so hopefully they can figure it out for the rest of the season here. So yeah, that's our NFL picks. Who do you think is going to be the new coach in Detroit? Did you see that Patricia got fired?
No.
Did you know that for all the years that Belichick has been Belichick, he's never had a successful assistant coach come out?
Really?
Yep, they've all been fired.
That's interesting.
So which really goes, like, is it really Belichick? You know what I mean?
Time's going to tell on that one, man.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I guess we'll see. Stop this for a second. Yeah, Tim, I know that there's a delay in the stream chat. So I pop out the chat and I put it into a web browser for this. But I just started pulling up because Pat can't see the chat. So I put it on a screen where Pat can see it. And I see those instantaneous. So I know it doesn't come up right away on the stream one, but I see it right away on this other one.
It's more of an issue of us responding to it in a timely fashion.
Holy fuck, dude, we already been recording for almost an hour.
Yeah. Timeline's on point, bro.
I didn't realize we were that far in. I thought we were like 25 minutes in. Tim just did a test, and I'm pretty sure it popped up instantaneous. Good thing there's nobody watching this.
Tommy just sent back test.
Yeah, it's like from when I put it in to saw it on the screen, it's like a second. All right. You ready to do this?
I'm ready.
All right, so coming up on the next episode of number 9 with Tommy. Show's not over yet. We're just giving you a preview of what's going on. We're gonna do Pat. You want to tell them what we're gonna do?
Yeah. Sunday live for Monday's podcast. We're gonna have new Grind My Gears.
We're gonna have a new If You Should You.
We're gonna have an all new segment. That segment I don't recall, but I know we have it. I have it written down, so it's coming. All new segment. Sure,
That sounds riveting.
No. It's gonna be a good one. I swear it.
Sounds fucking riveting. We're gonna have a new newsletter coming out on Sunday. So I have them coming out on Monday, right? I write them on Sunday, and then or you write them, but I set them up on Sunday to go out, and I do it for Monday morning, because that gives whoever listens to the podcast on Monday can listen to it in the morning, and then they get the newsletter at 11 a.m.
Sure.
So I think that worked out well. And like I said, we got a ton of feedback this time. What else are we doing, Pat?
We got some movie reviews. I will be doing True Romance. Tom, what movie are you reviewing?
I'm going to try and do True Romance, and I'm also going to try and do Idiocracy. Just haven't watched it.
Oh, I thought you started Idiocracy.
No, I was gonna, and then you know how it goes. You just run out of time. But so tomorrow night, I'm going to try and do one of them, and then Saturday, I'll try the other one.
I gotta tell you, of the 5 movies in the hopper for you, Godfather 2, Godfather 3, Reservoir Dogs, Idiocracy, and True Romance, Godfather 2 and Reservoir Dogs are your top 2.
Well, I got to tell you, Pat,
I don't know.
I don't have 3 hours to watch Godfather 2.
You're trying to watch 2 movies.
On 2 different days.
Yeah, watch half of Godfather 2
No,
one day.
I don't watch half of movies and go back and watch them.
Oh, I do it all the time.
Well, you have issues.
I actually considered, because we work right by the theater, I considered...
I don't think that theater is open.
No, before COVID. I was going to get, that the movie pass where you can watch unlimited movies. I was going to go watch a half hour a day on my lunches and just set my lunches up with the show times so that I could watch movies during my lunch and just have popcorn every day for lunch.
You're a sick fuck.
I love popcorn.
All right, so that's what we have you guys looking forward to in the next show. I hope this Grind My Gears and the If You Should You should be pretty good, and I hope that comes up with a good new segment. I have no idea what the hell it's going to be. But yeah, but you guys always know the newsletters are awesome. And the movie reviews are fantastic.
True story.
All right, so we have something new we're going to do this week.
We're going to have some intro music soon.
Yeah. Pat, you want to tell them the name of our new segment?
The new segment is called 3 Finger News. It's sure to shock you. So 3 Finger News is news stories that are the most outrageous, most outlandish news stories available to the public.
Yeah, 100%.
We're directing the traffic right here on the podcast. So we are bringing you 3 Finger News. It's sure to shock you.
So this one these all got sent in by Miss Erica Washington.
Should I we're not gonna rip completely off of the article. We're gonna try and
summarize what's going on with it. But so this was found on it ends up coming from MSN.
You want to give them the headline of this off of our headline, not their headline.
Our headline for this is "Man hopes tree never leaves him." So, and then, do you want me to give them the actual news?
What do you mean?
The actual headline?
You can, yeah.
Tree humping Connecticut man arrested, hit with 4 charges. So this guy, it was over in Naugatuck, Connecticut, 36-year-old guy, gets a police called on him in somebody's yard for humping a tree partially nude. So they don't tell you.
He was also eating branches, let's be clear.
He was also eating branches. Dude's a fucking weirdo. But they don't tell you if his bottom half or his top half was exposed. But when we went and read his charges,
there's nothing about like public indecency or public nudity.
Yeah, he got resisted arrest, assaulting a police officer. And breach of peace and trespassing. So he didn't get any indecent exposure or anything. So I would have to assume it was his top half. But either way, that's fucking weird.
He did spit on a cop. So I mean,
in Pat's eyes, that's not even a crime.
What did he spit at the cop? Like a leaf? Like bark? He was eating the tree.
Well, no,
so
but
I'm curious, did he still have something in his mouth?
So the other part of this story is that he ran into the people's house where he was and chased them out of their own house after they called the cops on him.
Yeah, so I mean, picture this now. This guy's in your backyard, butt fucking a tree, right? They've both got wood.
You think he found a knot or something? That's what he was doing?
You better not come inside. So the cops show up because this family has called the police. So now they're victims of their own doing here. Because this guy sees the cops, and what's he do? He does the most logical thing possible. He runs inside to get away from them. So now the family is trapped in the house. They got to get out of the house because this tree fucker is in their fucking kitchen eating leaves while they're trying to have porridge. This is like the worst Goldilocks story ever.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine rolling home one day and seeing a guy. Like, could you imagine if the competitor was out in my backyard fucking a tree?
Yes.
Well, yeah,
like trying to kill your tree with his salty load.
Yeah, I could see that too, actually.
Yeah. Either way, this guy, let's assume that hallucinogenics are involved.
Yeah, I would say that's safe to assume. All right, Pat. So moving on to our next one, you want to give them your
the title we're going with is Bastard Baby Fucked Harder in Life Than His Mother in a Morgue.
And the actual news article is morgue worker was arrested after she gives birth to a dead man's baby.
That's right.
This comes from designsalad.com. I've never heard of this site before, but I mean, either way, I assume it's true. This lady was arrested.
Hold on. Can we make an observation? We're looking at this article. We have a picture of the girl who did the thing, right? She fucked a corpse. Under that picture is an advertisement. Now look at this girl's eyes. She looks, you can't tell if
she looks like she just got done fucking a corpse.
Yeah, that's true. You can't tell if she hasn't slept in 7 days because she was busy fucking the corpse, or if somebody busted her nose wide open and she's got 2 black eyes. I can't tell. Yeah. Under this fucking picture is a fucking advertisement for a trick that eases eye bags and wrinkles. Now, I'm sure this was a mistake.
Not eases. Erases.
Okay. This is the funniest fucking advertisement placement I've ever seen.
Tim just chimed into the chat and said, yes, all things on the internet are true. I know, man. That's what I'm saying.
100%.
Again, I haven't looked much more into this other than Erica sending me this. But supposedly, this lady has...
Real use term for lady there, but okay.
This individual has slept with over 60 bodies, ages 17 to 71 years old. And she had a child after banging one of them.
Which, I mean, that stands the question. Lots of body functions probably continue after death. I would believe that sperm would stay alive for a couple days after death. I can't believe that somebody would be able to ejaculate after death.
Yeah, that's the part that gets me. I was just thinking that, right? Like, I don't know.
But who knows? I can't say it's not true. I don't know if that's possible.
Yeah. If she's facing 158 charges, including indecent treatment of a corpse, because it's not technically illegal to fuck a corpse in that state we read. Disorderly conduct, indecent exposure, and possession of illegal drugs. I couldn't tell by her mugshot that she had possession of illegal drugs.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, at one point, she was hot.
What is that on The Onion?
No, it's not The Onion. This is a legit newspaper.
This is a legit newspaper, according to Pat. News, salad made of news. I don't know. Like I said, I've never used this website before, but the article intrigued me, so we read it.
Yeah, I mean, we've got names, ages, towns. I don't know if that makes it any more believable, but it looks legit.
Yeah, it looks pretty legit. So yeah, Pat, I like our new segment. We gotta find more of these.
Agreed. 3-finger news. You heard it here first.
3-finger news. I like it. Anyway, thanks for listening. I want to invite you guys.
Hold on, Mason. Did you just get on the fucking live stream?
At least you got on.
I know. He's just so late.
We can talk to him after the podcast is over.
We can.
Can I finish what I was doing?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, thanks. I want to invite everybody to go check us out on Instagram. You can also check us Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all the same. Geez, I just messed up our live stream. Tweet us on Twitter or follow us at number9pod. Shoot us an email, the9podcast@gmail.com, or go to our website where you can subscribe to the mailing list, number9podcast.com. You can also donate to the podcast on that page, on any page, but on the home screen is where you're going to find the subscribe button. Bet. Yeah, that's another one. Bet. Anything you want to add,
Pat? We have two people fairly close to us. Actually, two people very close to us. We see them on a minimum of a weekly basis. Both down with COVID at this point. Well, I should say both of them. One has a family member. One has a coworker out with COVID. It is getting very close to home at this point. Some potentially scary stuff.
I already went through this when it all first started.
Yeah, I'm
having
with you.
people close to us. It is what it is. Stay safe. Wear a mask when you can. I'm probably a horrible person when it comes to that, to be honest with you. But where I work, I don't really have to wear when I'm outside a lot, not around a lot of people. So, yeah.
All right. Way to wrap it up on a low note. My beef, Tommy. My beef.
Yeah, good job.
Hey, everyone. I say good day.
Peace.
May's face, what's up, bro?
Dude, I forgot about that. I don't know. I did find this whole... I shouldn't have shut my phone off. I should have kept using it to do the stream. I'm an idiot. Hey, guys, thanks for watching today. Mason, thanks for popping on when you got home. You messed the total mess up when we started here. We didn't go live till 8 minutes in. Classic.
Meaning we started recording the podcast, not live.
Yeah. But somehow it said that we should have been live. I don't know what the fuck happened. No. Carissa's here too.
What up? I like your hair, Carissa. It looks good.
Have you been watching the whole time, Carissa? Or did Mason have to tell you to get on? Well, Mason.
Mason, I don't see you at least once a week.
Yeah, I haven't seen you. The whole thing was a mess. Yeah. Classic number 9 blunder for sure, man.
Not to mention, Mason, I tried to visit you so I could get the COVID as well, so I could quarantine in my house for 2 weeks and be over it, and you wouldn't allow me to do that because you're a mean friend.
I feel like the Sunday show go a lot smoother because I'm not rushing when I get home from work to get everything all set up. I have time in the morning to get it going.
Oh, nice.
Nice person. So yeah, usually, hopefully Sunday live stream goes a little bit better. I might have to go through and touch this one up on Sunday after we do the live stream. Take out all the levels. I'm not blaming you. I'm disappointed in Mason for not remembering that we go live every Wednesday at 7:30.
If this doesn't prove that 2020 is the longest year in the history of time, I swear that their 5-month-old daughter has been alive for like 6 years. Like, I can't believe that baby's only 5 months old.
That's
Speaking of Mason and Carissa, if you could shoot me a list of what you need for Christmas, because it's not just like I'm not buying presents for potential parents at this point. I'm buying actual presents for actual parents. If you just want to shoot me what you actually need instead of just the fucking Gucci shit that I wanted to buy.
yeah. Don't use our live stream to text them. Fuck no.
All right, listen, man. You said we can talk to Mason after and do it on the live stream.
All right.
I'm just taking advantage of that time.
Tim, do you think there's still a delay in the chat?
I didn't know that this said bang when I hit it. Oh, it's upside down.
Interesting. All right. Well, I'm getting tired of waiting for a response from you guys.
All right. All the live streamers, hey, you guys have a fantastic evening. I'm going to go get some sleep.
Why are you tired? You did the whole day.
There's latency between the end user and the stream, so yeah.
Okay. Do you think that there's something I could do to fix that?